Yeah, and that's the issue is that the werewolf aspects, like the transformation,
Yeah.
that was lame.
Hmm.
If you want a good transformation from man to werewolf, you watch An American Werewolf in London. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
That film is so fucking awesome.
I thought you were gonna bring up like Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's a good one too, but like Werewolf by in London, that came out in the 80s.
Uh huh.
And there's a 5 minute long sequence played I think Sam Cooke's Blue Moon,
Uh
that
huh.
song. This guy is in so much pain. You can hear his bones cracking and stuff as he's turning into the werewolf. He's just yelling and stuff. And it's all practical.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I love it and it's great. So when I watch this, I'm like, okay, if you're going werewolf, you got to show that.
Yeah.
And this is a shadow. I'm
Mm.
like, oh, but I'll give credit where credit's due. The actual werewolf design, I thought they were gonna go CG with the whole thing.
No, and they did.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. Hola, amigos. Welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast. I'm joined here by.
Ooh,
Uh huh.
ooh, yeah.
It's Spooktober, everybody. So.
Yo,
uh,
spooky,
yeah,
scary.
this is coming out a couple days before Halloween, but you know what? Who cares? You know,
Yeah, it's not too bad.
unless we're willing to upload it through. Nah, I'm kidding.
This is good for the thumbnail, but I'm gonna take this off right now.
Yeah, you look really uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
this
if
is
this
very
is-
comfortable.
You've.
How are you doing, Josh?
I'm doing all right
You
now.
gonna make some tacos later?
Of course, some Salamanca tacos. My name is Lalo. My name is Eduardo, but you can call me Lalo. I got a good head for numbers. Anyways,
That's a good one.
nobody here watches Better Call Saul, do they? If this is your first time watching our channel, welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast. We like to
Yes.
talk about movies.
You sure do.
If you enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment down below, check out our Instagram, check out our TikTok, and check out our Patreon if you want to support the channel.
Yep.
Without further ado, it's Spooktober.
It's Spooktober.
So
we
we-
had our last Halloween special where we just talked generally about Halloween movies.
That was when we weren't good at podcasting.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no excuses there.
Yeah.
But this episode is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be talking about a particular special,
Mhm.
right? From our favorite company,
Everyone's favorite brand, the MCU.
the MCU, the Apple of movie studios.
Martin Scorsese's favorite film.
Martin
company.
Scorsese's favorite film. Yes.
Of course. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night. When was the first time you heard about this at all?
Okay. Definitely before we decided to film it.
Okay.
Probably like maybe a week or two after it came out. When did it?
Yeah,
when
it
did
came
drop?
out like a few weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, it came out on October 7th, so I think I found out about it like October 10th ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't. It's no secret that we're not very excited about Marvel
No,
projects.
But it's funny too, because like when I first heard it, it was like Werewolf by Night. Oh, it's a werewolf story. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's on Disney Plus. It's like something.
it's only an hour long.
It's only an hour long, and then I saw like I saw that fucking Marvel logo, and I'm like, oh my, it's like Iron Man.
Yeah.
Oh, Spider-Man. It's like no,
Iron Man's in a
please,
werewolf movie.
Please, I don't want like Spider-Man Halloween special. That's fine, but if you're doing a Werewolf by Night, like I thought it was just its own thing. Its original
Yeah.
story,
Yeah.
but
It is tied to the MCU.
yeah,
Yeah, but I enjoyed it.
same.
I did not dislike it, and I felt like you would like it because of why do you think why?
Black and white, and
God, I can't.
yeah, it's black and white, and it's in slow motion. I'm just kidding.
I can't take you seriously, man. In that fucking
I'm-
that
I'm-
leopard print dress.
I
No,
feel.
man, you look cute.
Thanks, man. You look cute too. Yo, that mustache is 10 out of 10. This is I don't recommend anyone wear this on Halloween night
yeah.
because you will freeze.
And I was just gonna be walking
And
around like
you will-
unga unga
Ooga ooga.
trick or treat.
Yo, Flintstones, meet the Flintstones.
But I also really liked. Oh my God.
Sorry, I don't know why I sang the song.
So just to be clear, because I'm a little bit. You are Bam Bam, right?
Sure, I'm like Bam Bam if he dropped out of college.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Chris
It's like Fred and Wilma are disappointed in their. Oh wait, was it Barney's kid?
Yeah.
Okay, Barney and Betty would be disappointed in their kid. They're like, oh,
Wait, you are Bam Bam, right?
yeah.
Okay. I was just like, what if he's playing some other character? I don't know.
I'm just a generic caveman.
Now it
to be-
just
no,
comes
no,
out like,
no, I'm
what do
just
you
a-
mean? I'm fucking. I was supposed to be Spider Man, guys. What do you mean?
No, I'm just a generic caveman. But if you want to think I'm grown up Bam Bam, then more power to you, man.
Yeah.
Now
Well.
back to the Marvel werewolf movie.
Uh
Yeah. You gotta wait. I don't what the fuck? Is it let me I got a little residue.
huh. Yeah. Okay. Werewolf by Night.
Yes.
I like that this movie was really short.
Thank God, yeah.
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 I mean, and not just because I've been saying this so many times on the podcast that movies don't need to be 2 hours long, but I like that this was. I feel like knowing Marvel, they probably considered making this like
Feature length.
not even feature length. They might have thought about making it a show.
No.
What if they made this a TV show?
It doesn't feel like there's enough substance for it. It
Well,
reminds me of like
well-
because one of my friends talked about the last episode of She-Hulk. He's like, dude, you gotta see it. So I was like, okay. I saw like the last 5 minutes, and it just looked so lazy
that-
and so tiresome.
is that when Hulk
breaks the
introduces
fourth
Scar?
wall? No. It's when She-Hulk breaks the fourth
Oh
wall.
yeah.
And Kevin Feige's a robot, and she's like talking about, oh well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do, and it's just like, oh,
I'm gonna transform off camera so that we can save the budget.
legit. It's like, hey, if we say we're shit, then we're not shit. It's like, no, that's not how it works, guys.
You're just spotlighting how bad you guys are. Come on, man. But
This
no.
was not the case. Werewolf by Night.
It was a very short movie,
Yes.
and I feel like the short length really enhanced it because
Mhm.
they don't have a lot of time to work with.
No.
So the writing and like a lot of it was a lot more concise
Right.
and to the point. There
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of there was no room for fluff in this movie,
No.
and I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And honestly, it kind of didn't really feel like a Marvel movie.
No, that's kind of what I liked about it. Like at the beginning, it did that whole Marvel intro, which is fine. I don't care. And then they had like that painting of all the Avengers and stuff.
Yeah.
That's when I got a little nervous. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, if they're gonna like name drop all these characters in the show, and it just
Like if
feels,
somebody,
it just feels like an Easter egg.
it was
like,
cute in 2014 when Ant-Man was like, "Shouldn't our first call be to call the Avengers?" That was cute in 2014.
That's fine.
Nowadays, I probably would have rolled my eyes. Like,
Yes.
On ending.
Because like Ant-Man's tone and the when it was released, that's fine
Well,
for it.
Well, what I was meaning that I meant like if they were like inserting like, "Oh, this is remember we're in the same universe as the Avengers."
Oh yeah, exactly.
I'm glad they didn't insert the Avengers into this movie
No.
in many ways.
Exactly.
Other than that title crawl.
Yep.
And that painting.
Exactly.
But,
That's all. That's all you're really gonna get in terms of like the main Avenger references.
Yeah.
So
So, you want to talk about the plot real quick?
sure.
happens in
So
this movie?
from what I remember, this is about like there's a ceremony where all of these monster hunters,
Yeah.
they're called monster hunters. They have this thing where I think the main guy who was in charge dies,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "I'm going to pass the torch
Yeah.
to one of you, and whoever gets this gem becomes
What's it called? Like the Redstone or something?
Yeah, isn't it
Um,
like the stone that Red Skull had in one of the movies?
Bloodstone.
Bloodstone.
No.
Oh.
Red Skull was going after one of the
Soul
Infinity
Stone?
Stones.
I fucking. This is like studying for like an exam, man. It's like, oh fuck, which one is it? The stone, this stone, that stone.
Yeah.
But whatever. So it's like you have to find it, and if you get killed, sucks to be you. And if you find it, then you are the new leader.
Yeah.
So it's like 7 or 8 of them,
Yeah.
but they mainly focus on
The
Gal
two.
Garcia's character.
Yeah. Let me get his full name.
Thank you.
Gael Garcia Bernal
Bernal.
and Laura Donnelly's character.
Exactly. They're
Elsa and I forgot his name.
they're the main two characters that the special focuses on.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the other characters, they're like trying to find it. And the twist, which isn't really a twist because it says it in the fucking title, but it's fine.
And it's also on the
It's on the poster.
It's on the poster.
It's pretty obvious. Gal Garcia's character
Jack,
turns is a werewolf.
Yep, Jack Russell is a werewolf. Ooh, who saw that coming?
Wait, his name's Jack Russell.
Yeah. Who
That's a very subtle name.
I don't understand.
Jack Russell Terrier dog.
Oh,
he
okay,
turns
sorry.
into a wolf.
I don't have a dog, so I'm not.
That's
Yeah.
an on the nose.
Yeah, like Ramus Lupin. Oh.
Oh, I wonder who he is.
I wonder if J.K. Rowling had something to do with this.
Subtlety? Nope. Anyways, which is fine.
Mhm.
I think.
I mean, it's also a comic book movie at the end of the day. Like,
exactly.
and
And
they had to use his name.
his character is interesting. I liked his character. I
Yeah.
liked what was her name?
Elsa?
Elsa's character.
Yeah. Her real name is Laura Donnelly.
Laura Donnelly. Both of them give great performances. I thought that it was like you said, it was long enough that I didn't feel like it was a drag.
Yeah.
I did feel like this would have been boring if it was a feature length or a TV show.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's just its own thing, and if they want to do more, they can make another special next year.
Yeah.
I kind of like that attitude,
hmm
you know?
Another thing I really like is there's only like 3 main characters.
Right.
I mean, when you look at the Wikipedia page, the starring section is just 3 names.
Yeah.
You know, there's Elsa, there's Jack Russell,
Mhm.
and then there's Verusa, the homeboy's widow.
Yes. Who she's like very dedicated to it and
Yeah,
stuff
and
like
she
that.
like tries to. Well, hang on, we got off topic. The plot.
Blot.
Yeah.
Yes. So a little twist, another twist is Gal Garcia's character. He actually knows one of the monsters.
Mhm.
Does the monster have a name? Ted,
Ted.
right? Ted.
It's my boss's name.
Hell yeah,
My
man.
big boss.
Yo, Ted. Shout out to Ted. And he kind of helps Ted out to escape because he's a monster. He's misunderstood.
Yeah.
And
The real villain was society.
real villain was society, or was it the monster hunters? Because the monster hunters
The
think
real
that they're-
monsters
yo, yeah,
were the
the
villains. God damn, this happens like every 3 episodes.
Oonga boonga. Ooh.
Right.
But yeah, that of course it was gonna go that direction, and you think that they got it. The monster escaped, Ted escaped, and they're like, oh, we can get the stone, but Giles' character
They get locked up.
they get locked up.
Yeah.
They find out you're a monster. You're a monster.
Yo, Wizard Harry.
Yo, Wizard Harry. Oh, rest in
Yo.
peace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Rubius Hagrid.
Fucking
What was his
love
name
that
in real
guy.
life?
I'm blank on his name, but
I can't believe we never talked about this before.
well, I think
he
it
passed
it
away.
just happened recently. That's
Yeah,
why.
it did, but still, like we never saw
Yeah.
anything in the group chat. Weird.
Fuck yeah. Anyways,
Kristen, you watched Harry Potter, right?
no,
Oh,
damn.
Hagrid passed away.
Hagrid's the actor,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mhm.
Good guy, good man.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways,
moving
so it's
forward.
like you're a monster. We're gonna take you down, which I never really understood what she meant by that. It's like so they wanted to try to kill him, but it seemed like it just unleashed his werewolfness, which
Yeah.
led to him killing them.
Mhm.
So I just
Well,
were
he
they
didn't kill
really?
all of them?
Oh yeah,
He didn't kill Elsa.
he didn't kill Elsa. Well, because Elsa was the one that helped him.
Mhm.
So that makes sense. But like,
It's like It was Beauty and Beast the whole time.
it was beauty that killed the. No, that's King Kong. Whatever. Can you tell I'm really focused today? I was like,
I was
oh,
also super sleepy right now.
you seem very normal. Like you're like you seem very normal, Nevis. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
came
wearing
down in this dress, wearing a hat and wearing hair, talking about Beauty and the Beast. I knew everything was gonna be fine.
I'm okay. I took
Yeah.
my normal pills today. So yeah, the whole plot was like that. He kills all of them, and he hangs out with Ted at the
Yep.
end. And I thought that was wholesome.
And then
It just ends.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a post credit scene? I don't think there was.
I didn't even try.
Yeah, because I don't stick around for post credit scenes.
It's
but
like running a lap, and it's just like I ran enough laps. I'm not going for another one. I'm just gonna rest.
15-minute run.
Yeah.
No, there was no post credit scene.
Okay.
And I like that.
That's
I
nice.
like that because I feel like post credit scenes are mostly used to like set up something in the future.
Yeah.
you
How
know?
many Marvel things do not have post credit scenes? I think it's just this and Endgame didn't have one.
Yeah.
I
'cause-
love that.
And then I mean, technically, the Incredible Hulk didn't have a end credit scene; they had a mid credit scene
Yeah, that one was quick. It was
Yeah.
like boom.
because they knew no one was gonna stick around.
Well, because they knew no one saw the Nick Fury and Tony Stark one from Iron Man. They're like, oh shit, we should probably explain that.
I didn't see that until I was like 10.
Yeah, man.
Iron Man came out when I was 7.
I
didn't-
never saw the Iron Man post credit scene, but I saw the Incredible Hulk because of how quick it
yeah.
came into the end.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But no, I thought it was a solid movie, man. Like
yeah,
characters had good motivations. I love how concise this movie was because
yes,
it just less is more. You know,
it truly is.
This film is one. I think I would point to this film when I need to describe what I mean when I say less is more.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of time, so they're a lot more concise with their writing. There's not a lot of characters, so the characters that are on screen
Mhm.
and that get a lot of screen time are a lot more fleshed out.
Yeah,
And you really do start to grasp onto you start to kind of care about these characters. So this was like an ensemble film
yeah.
with a bunch of characters. Like when I watched Eternals,
Oh my god.
I didn't know who to latch onto.
It's like that film was 3 hours long, and
Hell,
you have to like.
Even for Justice League, there was
Yeah.
because I think the difference between Justice League and Avengers was that obviously Justice League brought them together, and then they
Yes.
started doing the solo films afterwards.
Exactly.
Whereas Avengers solo films that led up to the
Yeah.
team up.
A little reverse.
So when I watched Justice League, I came out. I finished it that night. I was trying to remember who was in it. I forgot that Cyborg was even in the movie.
Yeah. You're talking about the theatrical
Yeah, the
version?
theatrical
Yeah.
one.
That's what I mean because of how little involvement that character had in that version.
Yeah.
Versus But yeah, I get where you're coming from with that.
So I mean, I can remember all three characters: Varus, Jack Russell, and Elsa.
That's all.
That's it.
Nothing crazy. I think in terms of, I guess I'll go into some complaints about the film special. What is this? This
It-
is a film.
This is Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by
Davis.
Night. Yeah, and that's the issue is that the werewolf aspects, like the transformation,
Yeah.
that was lame.
Mhm.
If you want a good transformation from man to werewolf, you watch An American Werewolf in London. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
That film is so fucking awesome.
I thought you were gonna bring up like Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's a good one too, but like Werewolf by in London, that came out in the 80s. And there's a 5-minute long sequence played I think Sam Cooke's Blue Moon, that
Uh-huh.
song. This guy is in so much pain. You can hear his bones cracking and stuff as he's turning into the werewolf. He's just yelling and stuff. And it's all practical.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I love it and it's great. So when I watch this, I'm like, okay, if you're going werewolf, you got to show that.
Yeah.
And this is a shadow.
Mm.
I'm like, oh, but I'll give credit where credit's due. The actual werewolf design, I thought they were gonna go CG with the whole thing.
No, and they did.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh
I think
my
that's
God.
also one of the reasons they made the movie in black and white.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it just makes it look so much better. I wasn't a huge fan of like Ted's CGI because it's like if you're gonna make it look classical, because you can tell it's like,
Yeah.
oh, back in the day, golden age of horror films.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's just some swamp CGI thing, and it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yep.
And I'm
It's-
glad
it's
it
kinda
wasn't the
like-
main focus.
It's kind of like when I watch like the Star Wars, the old Star Wars movies, the ones
Yes.
that have like the digital,
Special
Yeah.
editions, yeah.
and it's like the CGI that's added just sticks out like a sore thumb.
It's like 3 decades worth of technology. It's like,
It's like you got all these beautiful practical effects, everything looks so real, and then like this gigantic lizard thing walks across the screen covering up Obi-Wan and Luke, and it's like, bro, get this off of my screen.
yeah, exactly. That's why it's like with Werewolf by Night, they definitely wanted to go pay homage to the classic horror films.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, you got to make it look practical. They made the werewolf practical. I love that. They did stunt work. You can
Mhm.
tell he's like jumping around. It's not like just some plastic. Boing, boing,
Yeah,
boing.
yeah.
If they did that, I'd be like, well, this is lame.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they went full on, and they kind of got away with a lot of graphic
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah.
because of black and white. They were
Because it was
like,
black and white, you couldn't tell it was blood, but
you
you
can
could
cut
tell.
a dude's arm off. You can shoot an arrow in his.
And I forgot which reviewer I was watching talk about this, and he brought up that they're making a Blade film.
Oh my God! Have you heard about like the development hell of that?
Oh shit, is it a shit show?
The director left. Mahershala Ali hates the script. They had to cut it down, and they're currently trying to find a new release date for that film.
Oh great.
Like Kevin Feige was just like, "Yeah, we probably shouldn't release it at this day anymore because
Well,
we don't have a
that's just-
director anymore."
That's just great.
Sorry to bring it down, but
I'm getting Justice League vibes.
that's why they're gonna take some time with it. It was supposed to come out next year, but I think they're gonna wait another year for that one.
Yeah, I mean, Blade, deals with a lot of these supernatural aspects of the
Right.
of the Marvel of the Marvel universe. I mean,
Yeah.
and so I feel like if they're gonna be doing a film like that, they might have gone. I feel like this would have been like this was a form of them like kind of dipping their toes into that water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like dealing with when you make a Blade movie, your Blade movie has to be violent.
It has to be
It's Blade.
rated R. I
Yeah, it
would
has to be
say.
rated R. There
Yeah.
has to be blood, and it's a vampire.
Yeah.
like
You can't make a vampire film without blood or a PG-13. That's such a lame excuse.
and I feel like Marvel's target audience is now of the age where they can go see R-rated movies. So I don't think it should be Marvel's at the top of Marvel's list of things to do to make sure that they can get kids to watch this, because the kids that grew up watching it are now probably in their teenage years, early 20s, like us. Like I was 8 years old when Iron Man. We were 8 years old when Iron Man came out.
Yep.
Right? Now we're 21, 22.
Damn.
We can go watch R-rated movies.
Oh yeah.
So make a fucking R-rated movie, put a lot of blood in it, do what you have to do to, pay tribute to the character. Clearly, this is getting good reviews.
Yes.
Clearly, we enjoyed it, so
Yep.
you're doing something right. So keep
For
it around
sure.
for Blade.
Is this R-rated? Werewolf by
I
Night? I don't
know.
think it was. It didn't seem like an R-rated film. I felt like it was like borderlining PG-13 and then going into R if they did little things differently. But they worked around it pretty well for the most part. Yeah,
Shit,
I honestly,
I can't find the.
yeah, it's not amazing, but it's like
No.
it has its issues, but I would take this over like watching any recent Marvel shit right
Yeah,
now.
I would definitely take this.
Like
over
I have
watching
zero
episode of
interest in
She-Hulk.
like yeah, exactly She-Hulk, but also like the Black Panther trailer. Like
Yep, I haven't
I
even watched it.
I looked at the runtime. Do you know how long the film is supposed to be?
No.
It's reaching like the Batman runtime, and I'm like,
Really?
I can't. These films are too long. Like Batman is an exception because
Yeah. There are movies that deserve to be
But
2+ hours long, but not every film
I
needs
can't
to be
I
that
can't be
long.
watching like these like 2.5.
And how long
3
was
hour-
the first Black Panther?
It
Not-
wasn't that
that
long.
was
It,
not
it was
that long.
2 hours.
At most,
They're adding
yeah.
like 40 minutes, 50 minutes to the sequel, and it's like,
You don't need to.
oh my gosh.
I mean,
just
I don't know.
that's why like when I saw Venom 2, not a great film,
Yeah.
but the runtime was 90 minutes. I'm like, holy shit, a superhero film that's 90 minutes long? When are we ever going to see that again? And then
Yep.
we saw Werewolf by Night, which was
Mhm.
55. And I'm like,
There we go.
I'll take that.
And then we got all these TV shows.
I'm out. Oh my
Yeah. Did
I-
you watch any of the? We've never talked about the MCU
I
TV shows.
not
'cause-
too much. I saw a little bit of the last of She-Hulk, that whole break the fourth wall. I saw some scenes of Daredevil on that show, and it just looks like it's like Adam West levels of like
Look how they massacred my boy.
look at the, it's like, oh, I'm Daredevil. Whoop-de-doo. And it's
Yeah.
like, what? Like, don't get me wrong. Matt Murdock was making jokes in the first 3 seasons of the Netflix show.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like Adam West.
Yeah, and he wasn't comic relief. It was like
No.
moments of levity.
And people are like, "Well, it's because She-Hulk's a funny show." It's like, yeah, but like, that's like saying if Batman was in a funny movie, he's a laughing stock.
Yeah.
That's not the case. Batman can live in a world of goofiness, like the Joker and shit, but he needs to be like straight face.
Yeah.
Matt Murdock is like that.
And maybe like he makes one sly comment, like you know, or maybe and maybe Bruce Wayne says
Exactly.
something funny, you know.
That fits his character, which
Like-
happens.
Like my favorite parts of The Dark Knight are those interactions that Bruce Wayne has with Alfred. Like that
Yeah.
line in The Dark Knight where they're like, "I suppose they'll lock me up too, for being an accessory." Accessory. I'm gonna tell him the whole thing was your idea.
yeah.
It's like my favorite joke in the movie.
Oh my god. Well, that's because like their relation. Well, it's a natural thing
And
to
then
say.
it's not like they just threw in a joke,
It's
but
like,
it is a
it's
comical
like
line.
Master Wayne, you destroyed the Batmobile, and it's just like I'm a billionaire, Alfred.
Yeah.
It's like if I ever heard that, I'd be
never
like,
leave the cave
"Ugh,
without it.
No,
Yeah.
this is why Superman works alone. You know,
Where was that from?
Batman and Robin. It's like I like the car. Chicks did the car.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
Robin says, and he's like, "This is why Superman works alone." And it's like,
Yep.
oh my fucking god. Werewolf by Night did not have jokes like that.
No, it didn't.
At the beginning, it had snarky comments, but I feel like that was fitting for the whole establishment of the scene of Elsa. 'Cause
Yeah.
Elsa's like, I don't give a shit about this.
Mhm.
So it makes sense that her character does that. It wouldn't make sense if everyone did that. It's like, oh, he's standing right behind me, isn't he? Like, you know.
Yeah.
Do they ever say that in the Marvel films? I know that's a fucking meme, but it's like that seems like a joke you'd hear from Scooby Doo.
Yep,
Like
yep,
not
he's standing
not
behind me,
like
isn't he?
not like Captain
like-
America says
or
that
like-
to Thanos.
Thanos just walks into like all of his show and he's like, can somebody explain to me what the hell's going on?
Yeah. Like I know they might have said like something scientific, blah, 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 and it's like English, please. I've heard that. I feel like they've done that, but it's like I don't know. Somebody's gonna. That just sounds like Ace Ventura. Somebody stop me! Like I don't know.
No, they didn't. I don't think they've said that bad of lines
No.
in the MCU.
No.
And I mean, I'm talking about like the first 3 phases because I've barely watched anything from Phase 4 that unless we talked about on the podcast,
Yeah.
I probably haven't watched it. I watched Eternals recently because I was like, let me just see what this is about.
Was it
We watched Love and Thunder. We watched Doctor Strange. I still like Doctor Strange.
the World of Madness?
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness. I
Okay.
still like it.
Okay.
I still stand by that.
You can stand by Marvel films.
What else did I watch from MCU's Phase 4?
We both liked Far From Home.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Far
that
From
came
Ho-
out.
Well,
No Way
'cause-
Home.
No. Oh yeah, No Way.
Yeah.
These films are just all home related. Like fucking.
Also, whose idea was that?
whose idea was that?
Whose idea was it to have all of the Spider-Man movies center around home?
Well, they couldn't use Amazing because they fucked that one up.
they
And
couldn't
can't
just say
use
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
because they already did that.
like,
So they're like,
yeah.
Homecoming.
Sure.
Far From Home.
Prom.
No
Oh
Way
wait, we can't
Home.
do prom.
Spider-Man. Prom.
Prom. Oh my.
Spider-Man graduation day.
Oh.
He just comes out and starts rapping Kanye.
Werewolf by Night. Do you know who directed this?
I can find out, but who?
It was Michael something. I can't pronounce his last name.
Okay.
But he composed a lot of great films, including The Batman.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, he composed them.
He's a composer, but this is his directorial debut,
Michael,
which
you
I
did a
find
good
it
job.
ironic because one of my least favorite parts is the soundtrack of this because it's so
Well, maybe he didn't have any part to do with the soundtrack.
no,
you know?
probably not at all. But I just found it ironic.
I can't
that
really remember the soundtrack for this movie.
it was a placeholder soundtrack.
Yeah?
It didn't feel like there was any, which is crazy
Because
because
it wasn't so.
his work is so amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember we talked about this when we were, I think, in our New Year's episode. How I didn't like the Batman theme.
yeah.
And then when we reviewed the Batman, I was like, you know what? I kind of like it now.
He not only did that, he did The Incredibles. He
Great-
did
great soundtrack.
He did some of the Marvel films, so some of them stand out pretty well. I think he's done all 3 Spider-Man films, the soundtracks, the new
what,
ones,
okay.
the new ones. But yeah, he's
Oh, yeah,
such a
this one's
great
Daniel.
composer. And then it's like you watch Werewolf by Night. This is his directorial debut, and I'm thinking about the music in this, and I'm like, I got nothing. It's about
wasn't
as
even so-
generic as
It
like,
wasn't even so bad that like I can remember how bad it was. It was just I don't remember it.
well, it's a,
That's kind of. I think that's worse.
it is. It reminds me of like the Woman King's generic soundtrack too.
Oh yeah,
That was a generic soundtrack as well. That's
Yeah,
what I
like-
mean. It's like
I think apathy is worse than me hating the soundtrack.
Yeah.
If I come out of the theater and I can't say anything about your soundtrack, then somebody pooped the bed.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I don't know, like Werewolf by Night, it was a good Halloween special. I'd watch this like you know how with the family you watch like the Shrek Halloween special with
Yeah.
your kid, like the nephew and niece. It's like, oh okay. And then once they go to bed, it's like, all right, I'm gonna watch Werewolf by Night.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna show this to like a 4-year-old. That's what I
I
mean.
hope not.
Yeah, but you watch Shrek Halloween earlier on in Halloween Day
With the kiddos.
with the kiddos, and then Werewolf by Night would be a nice little. And then maybe after this, you can watch like Halloween. You know,
Well, yeah.
Halloween's a class.
That's when I go to bed too, because then I'm like,
I'm
okay,
too
I'm
scared.
too scared. I'm not going to watch this.
Nevis, you can watch it. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah. Well, okay. So before we wrap
Yes.
everything up, let's rate it. Like, what do you?
Okay.
Out of 10, what would you say?
I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I
was
think
gonna
it's
think
a
a
it's,
7.
it's a solid 6. You said 7?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
I would watch it again.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a black and white. It's art. Automatically, coming from your assumptions of me, Josh. You know, just oh, you're just waving.
I'm wearing the towel. I have to use at some point.
Hold on, Josh.
At some
I'm
point.
sweating. Do you mind giving me that?
Yeah, go for
I'm
it,
just
man.
kidding. It's like,
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go dry dishes with this later.
Oh, those dishes are gonna be.
Yeah, we're probably gonna cut it a little short. Okay, Chris. We're probably gonna cut it like a couple minutes short. I think there's not much else to say. Do you?
It's you know what? And yeah, there's not much else to say. It's
It was a 55-minute movie. Come on.
55 minutes. Halloween. You know, pretty good.
Pretty solid, man.
Pretty solid.
So
Hope you all have a great Halloween. Get some
Yeah.
candy. Watch Werewolf by Night. Watch Scared Shrekless. I think that you know what, I'm gonna recommend that too because it's a funny special.
it's got Shrek in it, so automatic 10 out of 10 for me.
There you go. Yep.
We hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Real Talk Podcast. What did you guys think about Werewolf by Night? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel. Check out our Instagram. Check out our TikTok. And if you want to support our channel, check out our what do we have?
Instagram, YouTube, Patreon.
Patreon, man. Patreon.
Patreon. There
Check
we
out our
go.
Patreon. With all that
See.
being said, we'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.